Hi there, I'm back again. I'm just in the process now of finishing off the hole on this fixture, and I've got about 15 thou to take out. As I was opening up the hole, I couldn't understand why I was getting such a large taper from the front to the back, and so my mind got working and I started to kind of try and detect what the problem was, and I found out what it was the I've got a set screw here that locks the boring bar in the hole, and I have a tendency to not over tighten things. Most of the time I'm on a very light locking most of the time, and I guess I get away with it, but what had happened was that when you set the tool up, the cutting tip should be on the center line of the block that moves up and down, moves the tool bit in and out. And in machining and roughing down the hole, when the tool bit hit the little hole in the bore where I drilled too deep for the set screw, the continual boom, 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 boom just on that little part actually twisted the tool bit around in a clock, like in a reverse direction. And what was happening was that the shank of the tool, the tapered part of the tool bit, was actually, by the time it reached out this end, it was rubbing on the front of the hole. So lucky old me, I guess, detected it in time, and I've now rectified that, and I think I have anyway. It looks like it. Yeah, I don't know. Well, it seems to be working anyway. So now I got about 15, 16 thou to take out. So now is the time when you start to take lighter cuts, smaller cuts, and so I've just put a cut on of 6 thou. I think I did. We'll try it. And what I've done is I've increased the RPMs. So I'm at 540. Also, what I'm doing is I'm boring in from that direction, right hand, and then I'm reversing the feed and boring in reverse, or left hand. And so I've got to change the elastic band. Wonderful things, elastic bands. Okay, so let's see what happens. I'm doing it dry now. Yeah, it's taking... That knock again. see that there's something is not quite right, it's best to put your thinking cap on and study the situation and try and find out what's happening. That could have been a disaster. Okay, we'll just reverse this. Taking another cut on the back. We'll take another measurement. What I do is I just hold it lightly on the circular part and just rock it like a valve eccentric on a steam engine, and you get a kind of a feel of tightness, or that's too loose. Of course I can't get in there straight either, so that's a bit of a nuisance because of this clamp here. But we'll give that a try and see. We're not exactly there yet. What I do is I hold it like that and keep it on the bottom anvil, and then just roll it around until you can feel it. I've got to hold it like this because yeah, I would say that's 865. Yeah, this micrometer, it's a Tessa, and it has a little window there with numbers on it, you see. And when you turn it, it goes from 0 right the way up to 100. Where are we? 20, 15. Where's the 0? There, 0, 0, see? And then when you turn it 1 revolution, it comes to 25. And then instead of going back to 0, it goes to 50. And then it goes right up to 100. And then it starts out all over again. So I bought that back in 1973. I think I paid about £21 for it. I think it was about £21. That was quite a lot of money back then. But it's an inspection mic. It's plastic, you see. This is plastic, and it's quite a what can I say, complicated system inside that thimble. The numbers, they revolve in a spiral, and as they revolve, what was that? And as the thimble revolves, the numbers back here where you can't see it actually pivot to the next face, and that's where the next number is. So that's how it works. Anyway, let's just get this, make sure I got it. Don't want to, what I said 56, wasn't it? $65. So 10 thou. So I'll take, we'll do an 8 thou. No, we'll do another 6. The trouble is also with boring, you get to, if you take a fairly significant cut, you'll find that depending on the material, you'll find that it will take a cut and it will be fine. But when you start getting down to taking the last thou or thou and a half, and you start taking small 1 thou cuts, that's when you can start to have trouble if you don't make sure that you've taken all of that settings material out. In other words, by doing spring passes to make sure that you're getting the right dimension. Otherwise, all of a sudden the tool is rubbing, and then the next minute it's not rubbing, it's digging in. So that's a sharp tool is important in final finishing size. So if you've got a dull tool, then it's really a good idea to take it out and resharpen it and then start from scratch again, just to make sure. So I'm just wondering whether I should take this out, but I'm not going to bother because I've done it in the past. So okay, let's take 6 thou. I go on a bit, I know, but just to make sure that the actual screw in here is a 3/8 3/820 BSF thread. So okay, let's see what happens. change the belt. $400, 380. Yeah, it's all that needs sharpening. I'll take it out and sharpen it. Yeah. Of course, I'm going to set the bearings in with Loctite anyway, so, and I'll use a 609, the old stuff. I've had it for years. It's probably not very strong now, but so it would be nice to have the hole maybe, I don't know, half a thou to a thou larger, so that the Loctite has a chance to do its job. Let's see if it's not far off. There we go. I think I'll take, it's a shame to move it now. I'll leave it. I'll just take another little cut, maybe 2 thou. See how it goes. Out. Okay. Oh, it's the wrong way. Boy, oh boy. I've got another one here somewhere. take a bit more out. I would say that that's probably pretty good. Yeah, that would be, yeah, that's it. There you go. That's in. Okay. Now, does it come right the way through? That's